All right, started day 172. I was up around 3:40. Got out the door around 4:35. So yeah, as I begin to hopefully mostly descent through the Colorado River Valley, so it should make sense anyways, right? Try to get 22 miles done before it gets too hot. Well, this afternoon. So it's gonna be a normal thing, hopefully, as I go through the desert. It does limit me because I have only so much time, but yeah. Still a good amount of it done each day, and I'm not exhausting myself physically and mentally. So yeah, from here it's only about like 34 miles into Moab. So doing that in a day and a half, while slow, is still efficient. Yeah, I don't really mind going slow right now. Every extra day in August where I don't do that much effort is hopefully one less day where I have to go hard in this in the heat. So yeah. Yeah, just like I plan on taking a zero in Moab, because I'd rather take a zero in early August than any other time. Yeah. And I'm hoping mid to late August isn't as bad. Who knows? Probably it will be. But other than that, gotta keep on moving. Turn off this huge blaring light. All right, later. Okay, it's around 5:50. I think the sun is starting to peek out. At least you can see it on the rocks over there. But I got a nice big canyon face in the way right now, which is good. So it should overall be less hot in these canyons than overall, because less time under the direct sun and next to a flowing body of water should take some of the temperature off, right? That's how that works. Only about 4 miles into the day. Probably done as fast as I could have gone, but better than still being asleep right now. Yeah, I don't think it during the night it didn't even dip below 70 degrees. So yeah, no wind to speak of, just one big high pressure system keeping everything hot. All right. Seen one car so far going in the same direction I am. So yeah, people want to actually see these canyons when they go through, right? Speaking of a car, here's one more. All right, later. All right, it's about 7 o'clock. Sun is still, at least for me, hiding behind the cliffs. But yeah, it's coming. I'm almost 6 miles in. Trying to do as much as I can while there's still ample shade as possible. I do have a little bit of a hill coming up. I think we go over I think that little hill over there. So following the actual river, because the river is pretty windy in that position. So like 300 feet over, actually it's a little more like 250 over a mile and a half. So 2 miles, something like that. It's not bad at all, but I'm hoping to get most of that done. Still in the shade. I don't think that's going to happen though. So I'll take a break at the base of that climb. Yeah, you can see it starting over there. All right, Still nice and beautiful over here. This road isn't that bad. There's plenty of places to duck if a car is coming. There hasn't been that many cars yet, and the views are spectacular. So I don't know why you wouldn't take this route. You're not missing any scenery or anything like that. At least in my opinion. Yeah. And the river is over there. Yeah. It's nice and quick on this road. All right, later. All right, I got to the top of the big climb. Wasn't that big. The nice thing is, I pretty much had cloud cover the whole time. I didn't want to mention it and lose it, jinx myself, but now it won't be as bad if it does, because I'm on the downhill. But it is up and down here until I get back to the river in like 4 or so miles. So yeah. Yeah, it's only like 8:20 right now, but still feel it heating up. And the cars are out. Normal people are awake, right? Right. Gotta keep on moving. Right later. All right, so I'm making my way off the plateau, well, the mini plateau that there was there, back to the valley floor. It happens to be JJ's Mercantile. So, you know, it's all like 10:20. Good spot for a break. And you get something actually cold to drink. Because the water doesn't get really get below like 70 degrees, even at night. So yeah. Something cold to drink, maybe even something decent to eat. But not to spend too much time there, because it still is relatively cool right now, being only like 10:20. So yeah. After this, I still have like 9 more miles to go, 9.5 more miles. So looks like I'll be walking into the heat of the day again. We're just not out of it as well. So it worked pretty well yesterday when I stopped. I felt pretty good this morning, even getting up that early. So yeah. And don't need to get up as early tomorrow because I only have like 12 to 14 miles to do. So yeah. If I make it to where I need to go today. Yeah. Yep. It's starting to get hot. All right, later. Leaving the Mercantile. It's been a little bit longer here than I initially planned. About 45 minutes. Because they had Wi-Fi there, pretty good Wi-Fi, so I uploaded a couple videos. So not as far behind as I used to be. And yeah, doing 2 at a time is fine. Because I'll be able to do 2 more tomorrow, and then 2 after that, just to try to spread it out a little bit. Yeah. But the rest of the day is going to be hot. Yeah. That was 40 minutes of decent temperature time that I spent indoors. A nice cold drink, iced tea, what I usually get. So yeah, I'm ready to keep on moving. And I ate too, so my own lunch, because everything was super expensive there, because they prey on the tourists. But I'm glad I was there. Took advantage of the air conditioning, the Wi-Fi, And so the drink being double what it should have been, it's kind of worth it. Yeah. As I keep on moving, I got about 9 or so more miles to go to the campground that I wanted to get to. And I'll be doing that in the heat. Yeah, it's 11:11 right now, so still have about 3 or 4 more hours before it gets really hot. But I can feel it. Hopefully I get more into a canyon area near the river, which is over there. So yeah, keep on moving. All right, it's almost 1:30. I had planned 4 more miles to go, but it is now officially hot. Yeah, it kind of delayed with the cloud cover early this morning and all that stuff, and canyon walls and all that stuff. So that kind of delayed the hotness, but it is here. It is real. Supposed to get to 102 degrees by 3, so I don't know if I'll be there by campground by then, but I pretty much have to get there. Kind of past the last one before this, so yeah. All the fun. Good thing is, it's mostly downhill from here. There's one small uphill, but that's, yeah. Yeah, so now I'm at the point of the day where the sun is directly ahead, and so it's bouncing off all the walls, all the canyon walls, back down into here. So now the canyons are working against me, right? But yeah, yummy. It's not that bad. I think it's just because of the river next to me. It's more humid, and so I don't feel myself like dehydrating as badly. So that's good. Still. Pretty much going to do the same thing tomorrow as I did today. Get up early, try to get into Moab as soon as possible. Just not to deal with this for at least for one day or a couple days, really, because I'm going to take a 0. But yeah. Still, the scenery is pretty cool. All right, see you guys want to get closer. All right, I got about 2 more miles to go. It's like 2:40 right now. Yeah, it's my own fault. I took like a 40-minute break underneath the pavilion, like half a mile back. So paying for it now. Definitely gonna be walking through the hottest part of the day. That's okay. It's really not as bad as it was yesterday, or maybe I'm just more used to it. I think the extra humidity and a little more wind makes it feel not as bad, I guess. But still feel like I'm gonna be done after today. After I get to 2 miles. If it's full, there's another place like a mile and a half after that, so not that big of a disaster if it is. Still a lot of canyon lands as I dodge all these cars. All right, later. All right, end of day 172. I've been here for a while. Big Bend campground. Jump in the lake, filtered water, on the river anyways. I didn't clean my clothes because I did that yesterday, so they're clean, right? And I'll get them laundry tomorrow. So yeah. But I'm actually sleeping on my tent, not in it, even the shell, because the shell blocks the wind, and that's not good when it's like 100 degrees out. So gonna lounge out here. Hopefully the shade stays, and yeah, I'll try to get some sleep in like this. And
And yeah, I'll get up as early tomorrow as I did today, just because why waste any more time out here when I can go into town, right? Yeah. And I'm actually not sure if my Lazy Lizard's going to be open full or not, because tomorrow just happens to be a Saturday. And so that's usually when towns like that are busy. And so hopefully if I get there early enough, I can reserve a spot early enough. And yeah, so that's another reason why to go early. It's only about 12 or so miles from here, so I guess I could have done it today, but no, not hiking in this weather. And yeah, so that's the end of today. See where I am right there. See my view. Pretty cool. Yeah, but I'm going to sleep. Well, I'm going to try to anyways. All right, later.